Hello everyone and welcome back to your daily tarot reading. My name is TJ and this reading will have each day of the week given in one video. So we're going to start off with the first of the month, August 1st, which is a Monday, all the way to the weekend, which will be Sunday, August 7th. Now, for the pick a card portion, you can certainly have more than one card relating to your particular energy for that day, or the entire reading may resonate with you. This is all about you and your connection to spirit. And for those of you who are returning viewers, well, I'm so happy to see you. There are times in life when the energies of this universe, where the most high creative power forces us to focus on specific things, and sometimes that's exactly what we need to do. It's what we have to do. And then when that passes, we're able to use our time a little bit differently and perhaps a little more to our own design. So I'm so glad to be able to use my time to reconnect with you here on this platform. Let's get started. This reading is for Monday, August 1st, 2022. I hope that the beginning of this month is treating you well. All right, let's see what message we have from Spirit for you today. So you choose which card you feel resonates with you. The first reading will be represented by this card on the far left. The second reading will be represented by the middle card, and the third reading will be represented by this card here on the far right. All right, let's begin. So, first group, your card is the Ace of Wands. And here we have a wand that is appearing out of thin air. This card often represents some sort of creative idea, a eureka moment, one that should be capitalized upon, one that should be utilized. Let's gain some clarification here. Ooh, pardon me. The whole table's shaking. I'm a klutz, what can I say? All right, here we go. So first grouping, the second card that I have for you is the Queen of Swords. Now, I do use reversed meanings, but if you do not adhere to them, that's totally cool. Upright, the Queen of Swords represents someone who is very clear about their boundaries. When I see this card in the reverse position, I'm getting the sense that perhaps it would be advantageous of you to allow others a little more input regarding your creative pursuits. It's good that you have your ideas on solid ground, but I'm getting the sense that it's also going to work out for you in a very good way. It's going to really be to your advantage if you listen to some of the advice that's available around you. All right, first grouping, if you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to like and subscribe or listen to the next one. Let's move on. Second group, your card is the Queen of Pentacles. We have a queen in a lush garden holding a coin in her lap. So this tells me that Spirit wants you to know that perhaps you're in a time of your life right now, or in a position where you're able to relax because you feel like you have enough to take care of what you need to take care of. Now let's gain some clarification regarding your message for Monday. Spirit, what can we tell the second group about their day in a little more detail? What else do we need to know? What other factors are there? So you have the Lovers card in reverse. So second grouping, I'm getting the sense that today perhaps you have been very preoccupied by your romantic life. Maybe this is causing you to perhaps spend a little bit more money than what you normally do, and perhaps you feel like you are able to cover the expenses that are coming up, but I'm being advised to tell you that you need to take a closer look. Perhaps you are spending more than putting in right now, and because you're having such a great time, you're not really seeing the entire picture for what it is. So you're being encouraged to take a pause and look at how much things are costing you as you are wining and dining somebody or as you're enjoying the summer months. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's move on to the third reading for Monday. Third grouping. Your card is the Six of Cups. This card often represents nostalgia, looking back at the past, reconnecting with old friends, maybe an old lover even. Let's gain some clarification here for you. Third group from Spirit. Okay, so you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. For Monday, you're being encouraged not to live too much in the past. Perhaps right now you have a lot on your plate, or you're just very busy and you're having an opportunity to reconnect with someone, or just to have a moment to perhaps chat with somebody. Maybe you've seen someone on Facebook, or maybe with all the festivities that are happening in the summertime, you've seen some people that you've known from a different lifetime. You're being encouraged to enjoy those moments, but don't delve too much into them. You have a lot to deal with right now as is, and something like this could perhaps bring you a little bit off kilter. When we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this is someone who is definitely being encouraged to bring a sense of balance. Perhaps they're experiencing imbalance. When I'm seeing this card in reverse for you, third grouping, I'm getting the sense that there's an opportunity for there to be a watershed moment, like a moment where the straw breaks the camel's back, the moment where you add just a little bit too much weight onto, something before it collapses. And that thing could be maybe the way that your schedule is built up. And if you add one more commitment or one more appointment, something that was unexpected, something related to your past, it could just set things off in a real imbalanced way. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to like and subscribe. I keep saying that because I really want to connect with you guys. Anyways, let's move on to Tuesday's reading. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday's reading. This is for Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022. The summer is here, and I hope that you are enjoying it. This is a pick a card style reading, of course, so you choose which grouping resonates with you, and we're going to get right into it. Spirit, what message do we have for the people out there for this Tuesday, August 2nd? Let's start with our main themed cards, and then we're going to move on to details afterwards. The first grouping is represented by this card on the far left. The second reading is represented by this middle card, and the third reading is represented by this card on the far right. Let's begin. So, first group, your card is the Nine of Pentacles, and this card is in the reverse position. If you don't adhere to reverse positions, that's cool. This is all about you and your connection to Spirit. So upright, this is someone who is able to really enjoy the fruits of their labor. They're having a little bit of respite, a bit of a break. Maybe they're on vacation. Let's gain some clarification from Spirit regarding your message this Tuesday, August 2nd, first group. Let's see. So the card that you have in combination with the Queen of Pentacles is the Knight of Swords. And this is, the Knight of Wands in reverse. And this is somebody who is unable to focus when it's upright. They have a lot of energy, a lot of go, and they're being encouraged to really focus their energies. So first grouping, as I look at this card in the reverse position in combination with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position, I'm getting the sense that right now you're being encouraged to really focus your energies on yourself. And you have that idea in you. There's something that you need to nurture for you. And this could cost a bit of money or time, some sort of resource, but it's worth it. And I'm seeing that expressed with the with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Usually in the upright position, this is someone who's able to share. But when I see this in the reverse position, this is someone who needs to invest in themselves, spend the money on themselves. And when I see the Knight of Wands in the reverse position, I'm seeing that you really have the energy and the enthusiasm to do something that is nurturing and beneficial for you. And unlike its upright position, in the reverse, the attention is there, but the attention is inward. If you enjoyed this reading, first group, don't forget to show your love, like and subscribe. Let's move on to the second reading for Tuesday. And of course, you're always encouraged to listen to the entire thing. So second group, you have the devil here in reverse. When this is upright, we have, we're being shown something about perhaps a moral obligation, perhaps a legal connection. But when this card is in the reverse position, it often indicates that we're able to see the truth of a situation, and we're also able to realize that the thing that we think binds us, the thing that we think we're chained to or attached to, isn't actually as strong as we imagined. We're able to use our hands and remove these chains around our neck. They're not tight. So there's something that you're going to be able to release yourself from in some way, shape, or form, second group, on Tuesday. Perhaps you're going to get a realization about that. Perhaps you're going to actually be able to take action or do something, so that way you are separating yourself from something that doesn't serve you anymore. Let's gain some clarification from Spirit regarding your reading, second group. So the card that you have is the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, this is great. And this card represents many times generational wealth, or being able to enjoy. There's different generations in this illustration. There's a woman with a young baby. There's an elderly gentleman. There's another person who's a child. So we're able to see all these people interact and be around thriving nature. So I'm getting the sense that perhaps you felt like you had to do something in order to please your family or yourself, or a set of obligations that you felt you were having to follow. I'm getting the sense, though, that you're beginning to realize that you're able to achieve your goals, or you're able to do something without taking the route that people would expect you to, or that you thought that you really had to because that's how everyone used to do it. You're able to see that the limitations that you thought you had aren't there, and you're able to really grow and be prosperous and do great in whatever it is that you're spending your time and your energy on, even though you're perhaps doing something differently. It's okay to be different. Different is good. I hope you enjoyed this reading for Tuesday, second group, and I hope that you're different. Whatever makes you unique is working out for you. Take care. Let's move on to the third reading, and that's represented by... Oh, here we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. This is a card of insomnia, not being able to sleep at night, having something on your mind, stressing and worrying. But when I see this card in the reverse position, I'm getting the sense that your worries are now being put to rest. Upright, for me, this is very active. Reverse, this is something that is passive. Let's gain some clarification from Spirit regarding this message with the Nine of Swords on Tuesday. What's going on, third group? Is there something you're going to be able to put to rest? Okay, here we have the Ten of Swords also in the reverse position. This is interesting. So 9 and 10. I can tell you right off the bat, on Tuesday, third grouping, there's something that you're going through that's very much part of a cycle in your life. Maybe this is something karmic. Maybe this is some sort of repeated lesson that you have been learning in your journey presently. I'm getting the sense, though, that there's something that's been stressing you out and worrying you. Well, as the natural progression of this thing, like the thing that you know the steps that this thing takes because you've experienced this before. So the next step is one that you don't have to worry about too much, because the thing is, the Ten of Swords card for me is the redemption card. It's a card where you think all is lost, but it's not. The sword that's closest to this person's head hasn't actually pierced them. So it isn't over. And when I see this card in the reverse position, the message that I'm getting from Spirit, especially in combination with the Nine of Swords in reverse, is that you've suffered, the suffering that you've experienced that's part of the cycle, or the challenge that you've experienced as part of the cycle, is now really starting to, it's over. it's over. The sun is setting, or sorry, the sun is coming up in this picture. And when it's reversed, I'm seeing that it's the next step. So now time to heal is here. You don't have to have your guard up. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to experience the thing that has been causing you stress, or that has been challenging you, keeping you up at night. The worst part is over, and the damage is done, and you're able to now move on. And you're going to see either a huge sign of that today, or you're going to be experiencing that in general. So this is extremely positive, third grouping. If you enjoyed the reading for Tuesday, and I certainly hope you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and listen to the next reading for Wednesday. Hello everyone, and this is the reading for Wednesday, August 3rd, 2022. This is a pick a card style reading. Now, for those of you who are longtime viewers, I'm sure you can tell I don't have a ton of decks. That is very true. But let me tell you, the decks that I do have totally resonate with me, and this is about me being able to connect with you and spirit. So this doesn't take away from the experience. I just don't have a lot of decks. That's all. All right, so let's see what message we have from spirit for Wednesday. This is my favorite deck, though, the Game of Thrones deck. Can't wait for House of the Dragon. So, like usual, the first reading will be represented by this card here on the far left. The second reading will be represented by the card in the middle, and the third reading will be represented by this card on the far right. Let's get into it. So, first group, your card is the World. This is the last card of the Major Arcana, a card of completion of a cycle. So perhaps today you're going to be able to celebrate the end of something, or a milestone, or you're going to see some sort of representation of things working out after you've put in a lot of effort or have gone through quite a journey with something. Let's gain some clarification from Spirit regarding this group number 1. And thanks for tuning in. So your card is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting the sense that there was something perhaps that you felt that you had started too early, or you weren't experienced enough about, but you've seen that you've been able to have a very well-rounded experience, and today you're going to receive news of that, or you're going to experience the celebration of that, or some sort of result regarding that. Sometimes when we encounter a journey, when we begin a journey, we don't feel like we're always ready. Sometimes we always have excuses in our life, or real reasons that we feel that we can't do something in particular. But sometimes when we're able to just jump in, with 2 feet and attempt whatever it is that we are focusing on, we can do wonderful things. You gain experience with time by doing. Sometimes there is no good time. You just have to do it. So again, I'm getting the sense that there was something that you felt you weren't ready to embark upon, but, and perhaps this is something with financial repercussions or ties, and you've been doing it, and you begin experience, and a lot of different types of experience, and you're going to be able to celebrate and acknowledge the completion of a stage in this regard. If you enjoyed this reading, and I certainly hope that you did for this Wednesday, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hey, listen to the rest of the readings. So second group, your card is Temperance. Here we have Samuel Tarley at the Citadel studying. Now, when this card is upright, this is a card of focus, usually on outward things. This is a card that also encourages balance. When I see this in the reverse position, I see this as you being encouraged to study not about other things, but really work on your internal workings. Let's gain some clarification on why or how or what you need to be doing internally. Spirit, can we gain some clarification for group number 2? What is it that they need to know? Okay, here you have the 4 of Pentacles. I'm getting the sense that perhaps this Wednesday, you're going to see an example or realize that because you haven't been creating a sense of balance in yourself, this could be in how you use your time, this could be in how you are nurturing your body in terms of nourishment, how you feed yourself. Maybe this is in terms of you, your social life, if you're not, perhaps if you're spending too much time on other people's issues or things instead of your own, or not hanging out with your friends and perhaps just dealing with the home, or vice versa, working on the home and not spending enough time with the family. I'm getting the sense that this is upsetting your balance. And once you really work on the things that are important to you that you need to balance out, both of these cards represent balance. In the traditional Smith-White Tarot, this is the angel with the cups. And the cups are flowing back and forth with water. And here we have the Four of Pentacles. And this is someone who has a coin on their head, a coin in their arms, and two coins beneath their feet. So I'm getting the sense that once you're able to work on your own inner balance, you're going to see that really radiate and be affected by your outer sphere. So once you begin to, I keep wanting to say eat right. Go eat a salad, have some greens, make sure you're eating dark green vegetables, make sure you're drinking enough water. Once you're able to, I'm getting the sense that that's what I need to tell you. Be mindful of how you're eating today, take care of yourself internally, and once you see how well you're treating your body, that sense of health is wealth, is going to radiate in other areas of your life. So eat well, drink water, and you're going to notice that you're making better decisions that are going to improve your life. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what I'm going to say. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and certainly listen to the next reading. This is for Wednesday, third group. This is for Wednesday, August 3rd. So the card that we have for you is the Fool. And for those of you who watched Game of Thrones, you know that this is an illustration, a picture of Tyrion Lannister. He was the brother that was a little bit outcasted, the black sheep, very smart. This guy was very well read, inventive. Awesome. Had a wicked battle scar. And in this picture, he has decided to let the dragons free, to use them to gain power in the area that they were in, even though the dragon's master, their mother, wasn't around. He still chose to do that, and that took a lot of bravery and perhaps stupidity. So when we see this card, the Fool in reverse, this is someone who perhaps is about to embark upon a journey, and they haven't necessarily dotted their I's, crossed their T's, done the research. And because they haven't taken the time to look into things that they are wanting to pursue, the chances of failure increase. That doesn't mean they're going to fail. It doesn't mean you're going to fail. It just means the obvious. If you don't do what you need to do, you're lessening your chance of success. You're taking away the chance for you to really do well if you don't handle your business. But let's get some clarification here. I'm not trying to be harsh on you, but I have to be honest. Spirit, what do we need them to know? Most High, the creative being, the source. What do we need to tell the third group in detail this Wednesday? They have the Fool here in reverse. What do we need to tell them? So here you have the Nine of Wands. I'm getting the sense that perhaps you have been up against a lot of different opinions. Maybe there have been a lot of obstacles in your way. Maybe there have been a lot of people saying things in your ear that you don't necessarily agree with, and it's been causing you a lot of grief. I'm getting the sense to tell you that this time you do need to listen. Sometimes it's so important for us to go against the grain, to not do what everyone else is doing. But sometimes we do need to listen to what others have to say. Others have experience, others have knowledge. And even if you don't take everything that they have to say or take their whole entire experience into account, perhaps there are some things that you can learn from it. So I'm being encouraged to tell you that as you embark upon this new journey, or you're starting this new thing, do use the resources that you have around you. Do talk to the people around you, your elders, your mentors, your friends, your family, because there are nuggets of gold in what they have to say, and it will only help you out. If you enjoyed this reading, and I certainly hope you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, come back for more, and let's move on to Thursday's reading. Hello everyone, and welcome back to your daily tarot reading. My name is TJ, and this reading is for Thursday, August 4th, 2022. If you are enjoying this weekly format of each day, your daily reads, let me know in the comments below. All right, this is a pick a card style reading. We will have 3 different groups, and we will be using the Game of Thrones themed deck. Remember, these messages are all about you and your connection to spirit. So whatever resonates or feels right, use, keep, listen to, and whatever doesn't, don't. Same thing goes with positionings. This is all about you and your connection to spirit. Like usual, the first group is represented by the far left. The second grouping is represented by this middle card. And the third reading is represented by this card on the far right. Let's get into it, starting with this group. So here we have the Queen of Coins in reverse. Yes, this is a Game of Thrones themed deck. My favorite. I don't have many, but I do love what I have. Now, this is someone who has a lot of resources available to them and oftentimes is generous and wanting to help. This person also has a personal interest in whatever's going on because they do want things to be well, and this is someone who is usually involved in their family. When I see this card in the reverse position, this is someone who perhaps has spent a lot of time nurturing others. It could be financially, and now they're being encouraged to perhaps spend a little bit on themselves. Let's get some clarification from Spirit in regards to what this card really means for you this Thursday, first group. What do you need to know? You have the Queen of Coins here in reverse. What do you need to know? So here we have the Two of Swords in reverse. I'm getting the sense that you feel, or you're in a position where you feel like you have to make a choice in regards to how some resources are being spent. And perhaps it's something like, do I spend the money on them or do I spend it on myself? Do I don't know, buy my significant other a new, a new baking tray? That's kind of lame. What do people like these days? Do I spend money on a new phone for my kids or my significant other? Or do I go on that dream trip that I've been saving for with me and my friends? I don't know, something like that. So I'm being encouraged to let you know that deep down, you know it's okay for you to do what it is that you feel like you have to do. But I'm also getting the sense that with the Two of Swords in reverse, perhaps you don't know the full story about what one of these options is about. And if you really knew what it was that the other option is, then you wouldn't even hesitate to spend the money on yourself. So if there's something that you need to find out, perhaps that's going to come out soon, and that is going to help you to make the decision to invest in yourself in this regard. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, first group. You know, sometimes we feel guilty about spending money on ourselves or doing things for us, but then later on we find out that, hey, you know, instead of me, paying for buying this new outfit for myself, I gave the money to someone because they said they needed it, but they just ended up using it to like buy socks, and now I'm upset. This is kind of like that. So you'll find out, but maybe you already have like an inkling, maybe you already have an intuition about this. You're being encouraged to invest that into yourself. If you enjoyed this reading, first group, and I certainly hope you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and listen to the other readings. They might resonate with you too. All right, let's move on to the second reading. So here we have the Empress in reverse, Daenerys Targaryen, the mother of dragons. When this card is upright, we have an illustration in the traditional tarot of a woman who is pregnant and she's in a garden, and there's the symbol for femininity for women, and she's wearing a crown, and there's, I think, a dog in there too. When this card is in the reverse position, this often shows us that we are not connecting with our feelings. Sometimes it shows that we are trying to be, our energies are misaligned. There's an imbalance. Let's gain some clarity from Spirit regarding your message this Thursday, middle grouping. And if you're enjoying this format, let me know in the comments below. The whole week is available to you in one day. You can see, get some details about the whole week. All right, second group. Let's gain some clarity here. So the card that I have for you is the King of Wands. Okay, so when the King of Wands is upright, this is someone who is creative, maybe someone who is going to invest into somebody or something. But when this card is in reverse, oftentimes what I've seen is that this is someone who does not want to accept a leadership position. They could be totally qualified to, and maybe perhaps you get a sense that if you were to take on a particular role, middle group, maybe there is a particular role or responsibility or opportunity that is available to you. And if you take it, even though you're qualified for it and you can totally do it, maybe this is something you're really good at innately, like it's just something that you do naturally, or maybe something that you learned over time. Either way, this is something that you're good at. You know that it's going to cause some sort of imbalance in your life. Maybe this is like your dream job in every sense, except the fact that it takes up a lot of time, so that way you won't have enough time to spend with your family or your friends. Or maybe this is something where there's a position available at work for you to kind of move up on, something that you are so able to do. But if you were to do it, then you wouldn't be able to do your beloved badminton club on weekends or something. Or you know, it takes you away from maybe the creative aspects of the other parts of your job. So I'm getting the sense that you might experience that kind of dilemma today on Thursday, but you have to do what feels right to you. And if it's not working out, if it doesn't make you feel comfortable in a big way, I think that tells you a lot. Sometimes we do need to be uncomfortable, for sure, as part of this learning process and growth process. But sometimes we have to know what success looks like to us specifically, or what it is that we truly want. Sometimes we think we want one thing and then we get it and it's like not exactly what we want. Like sometimes we think we want all the money in the world, but really we just want to spend time with the people that we love. So again, I'm getting the sense that today you're going to be presented with an opportunity for leadership, and you're going to be given a chance to maybe get some sort of raise or promotion, or there's an opportunity for you that you are totally able to do, but you don't want to take it because perhaps it's going to lead to some sort of imbalance in your life. That's pretty heavy this Thursday. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want more details, hit me up on my Etsy. I'm active again. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Follow your heart. All right, let's see what message we have from Spirit for you today. So here we have the Hermit in reverse. A lot of reversals today. This is something that represents, a major life-changing message. And this is something that perhaps you have discovered in yourself, as is this reversed. Maybe you're also being encouraged to spend time alone. Maybe you're being encouraged to, you're being forced by, the creative power to stay home. Sometimes that's what the Hermit means. Maybe there's there was a huge event that you wanted to go to or participate in, or maybe there was a ceremony that you were supposed to be in or something, but you're being forced to stay home. Stay home. Those words are stuck on my tongue right now. Stay home. Stay home, third group. Let's gain some clarification. So the card that you have here is the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who is very smart. This is someone who has a lot of energy. But again, there's a need for focus and there's a need for attention, but there's a lot going on. So I'm getting the sense that perhaps in your life, somehow you have been on the go, or you have been involved in many different things. Sorry, my hands weren't on camera. I'm just talking here. Yeah, I'm getting the sense that perhaps there were many things that you were involved in, many things that you had to provide your input in, and a lot of mental energy and a lot of things drawing your attention. But I'm getting the sense that today you're really being encouraged to sit it out. Maybe there's even going to be an additional opportunity for you to maybe do business, negotiate, Maybe just talk to a lot of people, network, I don't know, something like that. Maybe even just defend. Maybe someone is going to call on you to defend them. Maybe even a grouping, right? Someone needs your help and you're usually there to help. Look at this person. They're literally a knight in shining armor, rushing ahead. I'm getting the sense to tell you, I really feel that Spirit is telling me to tell you to sit this one out. Maybe there's someone in your life who always comes to you when they need your help. Maybe there's someone who's always feeling like they need your help. And usually you are their knight in shining armor. Usually you are the person that helps them out, bails them out, lends them money, gives them time. Today you're being told not to pick up the phone. Today you're being encouraged this Thursday, let them fight their own battle. Take a rest. If you enjoyed this reading or feel like it resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's move on to Friday's reading. See you there. Hello, people, and welcome to your reading for Friday. Oh, Friday the 5th, Friday, August 5th. Beautiful. If you're enjoying these readings, let me know in the comments below. So this is a pick a card style reading, and you can choose which grouping you're going to hear from. The first group is represented by this card on the far left. The second reading is represented by this card that will be in the middle. And the third reading is represented by this card on the far right. All right, let's get into it. So first group, your reading is the Six of Wands in reverse. This is a card of celebration, a card of accomplishment and popularity. And when this card is in the reverse position, for those of you who adhere to reverse positions, I'm getting the sense that this is something that you are personally very proud of. So what message is Spirit wanting to share with you on this Friday regarding your own sense of accomplishment? Or maybe it's your own branding? That's an interesting thing to say. So here you have the Nine of Swords. I'm getting the sense that perhaps there was something that you had been really stressed about, something that you had been really worried about, something that pertains to you. But you're going to discover today that you are going to have your own little personal victory. Maybe you have been suffering in silence. Maybe you had been worrying without sharing that with others. Whatever it is that you have been dealing with on your own, on the inside, you're going to hear some good news about. So you're going to be able to give yourself a congratulatory pat on the back. You're going to be able to breathe out, exhale. You're going to be able to celebrate your personal small victory. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and that's a wonderful way to end the week. You don't need to worry. Whatever needed to happen has happened, is happening for you, and you can now relax. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's move on to the second reading represented by this card. And here we have the Four of Coins in reverse. When this card is in the upright position, this is often representing the need for stability. When I see this card in the reverse position, I'm being reminded to tell the person that they have a lot of resources available to them. Now, in the traditional Smith-White Tarot, this is someone who has two coins beneath their feet, a coin on their head, and they're holding a coin in their lap. In the background is a very vibrant looking city. And I get the impression, if I've read correctly, that it's supposed to represent, it could represent the person's generational kind of like wealth, like it's the property and whatnot that their family owns. So even though they feel like they are having to hold on so tightly and so securely to those four coins that they have, in reality, their value stretches out beyond that. And when I see the reverse card right now, that's the sense that I'm getting, that even though you feel like there is something that you have to hold on to, a resource, perhaps, you're being reminded that you have so much available to you in the background from your family, from those around you, that you really have nothing to worry about. But let's gain some clarification here this Friday. Wow, here we have the Ten of Pentacles. Absolutely. So this just confirms that. The Ten of Pentacles card is often one of generational wealth. We have a young person. I think they're almost a baby. We have a child. We have a it's the child, the dog, the elderly person, and the middle-aged person here. So different generations surrounded by prosperity. And we see the coins here often again representing generational wealth. So middle group, second group, I'm being encouraged to let you know, to remind you that yes, perhaps you have some things coming up, but you needn't worry because you do have the support of your family, of your circle, whoever they are, to get you through these interesting times. And I have the feeling that it's really not as bad as what you imagine. Perhaps it's just making you feel uncomfortable, but you have enough to secure you, plus you have family to hold you down. God forbid if anything adverse or bad were to happen to you. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's move on to the next reading. So third group, your card for Friday is the King of Cups in reverse. When we have this in the upright position, this is somebody who they have a lot of good ideas. Look at the fish. They're able to catch fish in their cup. They're surrounded by water. This is someone who is very adaptable. When I see this card in the reverse position, I'm getting the sense that there's an actual person who is unable to express an emotion, or they're having a hard time expressing an emotion. What message do we have for Friday for the third group, Spirit? Oh, Creator, what can we tell them? What do we need to let them know? Please shine your light on us. So here you have the Moon card. I'm getting the sense that there's something that you are aware of intuitively on the inside. Maybe you're perhaps able to read a room, or there's a situation that you know the truth about, but you're not able to speak on it. So today you might be in that situation. I'm being encouraged right now also to let you know that you will have an opportunity to speak on it, just not right now. But your intuition to not talk about it, or to not argue about it, or to not say necessarily what you want to say at this particular moment is smart. That's the way to go. Use your intuition to guide you in the scenario. Sometimes we need to hold our tongue. And I'm being encouraged to let you know that this is one of those times. You feel like you can't speak, well, you're going to be so happy that you didn't speak on it, because perhaps by you staying silent, someone else is going to say the thing that you need to know or need to hear, that you intuitively already knew. Secrets can come out. If you enjoyed this reading for Friday, and I certainly hope you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's move on to Saturday's reading. And hey, of course, you can listen to the entire reading. See you there. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading. This reading is for August the 7th and August the 6th. What an interesting way for me to say that. So August 6th and August 7th of 2022. This is a weekend reading. Now, there are two different cards, two different groupings that you can choose from. The first reading will be represented by this group, which is a Game of Thrones theme deck. And the second reading will be represented by this group, which is a traditional Smith White Tarot. Let's see what message we have from Spirit for you regarding this weekend, starting with the first group. So here you have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and this is a cup of farewells. We have someone exiting the door. This someone is Jon Snow, leaving the Night's Watch. And when we see this card upright, it means, again, a time of goodbye, a time of departure. When we see this card in the reverse position, for those of you who adhere to reverse positions, this is an indication that perhaps you're letting too much time. You've stayed too long. There's something that you know that is over. There's a chapter that you know that is done, but for some reason you're still holding on, and you're being encouraged to let go and know that it's okay. Let's gain some clarification from Spirit regarding this message for you this weekend. What do you need to let go of? What have you learned from that you are now able to move on from? Is there a grouping? Let's see. So here we have the King of Wands in reverse. So I'm getting the sense that perhaps there was, perhaps if you listened to yesterday's reading, let me know. Perhaps there was a position, perhaps there was an association that you had. Maybe you were the leader of a group, or you were a member of something. Maybe you're even at a job, and you know that you just don't want to be there anymore. I'm getting the sense that you don't want to be at this thing anymore. And you're being encouraged to let go. Perhaps you have an opportunity to work somewhere new. And you have like the new job already. You set things up, but for some reason you're still holding on to the old thing, even though you don't want to be there. Maybe it gave you a sense of security, you know, a king position. This is someone of a position. This is someone of stature. Maybe that you've worked there for a long time and you have a position that you enjoy the title of or something. And then you're going into this new thing where you're going to be the new guy, the bottom of the pole. I don't think that's an appropriate term anymore. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but you know, you're going to be, you're the newest person, so you don't have the same seniority. And maybe that's a little bit uncomfortable for you, but I'm getting the sense that you don't want to be part of this old thing anymore. It's already lost its pizzazz for you, and you're holding on too long for some reason, even though you are able to let go. Know that it's okay to let go. And you're entering a new stage in your life and in your journey, and you will do just fine. You got yourself to a position in the old thing. Of course, you can get yourself to the position in this new thing as well. You know who you are and you know what you do. If you enjoyed this reading, and I certainly hope you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's move on to the second reading represented by this group on the far right. So your card is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Did you start too early on something without doing research? Is there something that you want to pursue or do, but you're really afraid of putting your hands into it and getting messy? Let's gain some clarification. I'm getting the sense that perhaps you're having a lot of creative energy flowing. You're having a lot of good ideas, but for some reason you're not executing them. You're not doing them. Let's see what message we have from Spirit for you in this regard. So here we have the Ten of Wands. So I'm being told that you have a really good idea about something that could be very lucrative, something that could be very rewarding for you, but you feel like you have a lot on your plate right now, so you're not able to do that thing. Well, it won't get done unless you make time for it. And sometimes we are busy. Sometimes we do have a lot of responsibilities, but we still have to do the thing that we want to do in order for the next steps to happen. If you have a good idea, if you have a gut feeling about something and you really want to pursue it, you're being encouraged to make time for it. You have to add another wand in these piles, okay? Don't let this creative energy and force go to waste. Life is never going to stop and you will always have responsibilities. Make time for it. This is something worthwhile. If you enjoyed this reading for the weekend, and I certainly hope you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and come back for the next reading. Let me know if you like this format of daily reads each day on one video. No matter who you are and no matter where you are, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.